you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome, all in Carmine's with my Benzo, I'm so fancy. No romancing, got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up in an advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. At all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop. No, 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 no. I won't stop. I won't stop. I won't stop. No, 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 no. I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benzo. I'm so fancy. Yeah. No romancing. Got my baby and she right. She make you vanish. No time to play. Got book dates. Had a plan. Only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill. They send a pay. Keep it real. Keep the record straight. Keep it real. No time to.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Sunday afternoon. What the hell are we doing playing Golden Tee? Well, Word of Mouth has a wife who enjoys NASCAR, so she chose to enjoy NASCAR without me. So I came to the basement. I'm going to enjoy you guys without her. So, welcome back, guys. Nothing special on the docket today. We're going to just keep pounding through these invites. Keep it sharp. We got Worlds next week. We got some stuff to talk about with the auction and with how the Calcutta went. And we'll go through. I got all the numbers pulled here for you guys so we can go through it. Owen, congrats, man. I'm glad you finally hit that number. It's not the end, though, man. You keep going. Keep grinding. You'll get there, but I do appreciate the words coming back, man. That's the goal. I want you guys to get better. That's the key. I'm just playing the event. I need one more. I still don't have all my clean rounds up, so we need one more 40 under. That'll probably fill it up. I don't see very many people with even all clean rounds yet. This one I've already holed out once and then decided to try to hole out the next hole and missed that one in the water. So we are clean right now. Damn, dude, but 30s. I'm going to call 31 the new 30, because now we get pars on most of these courses that are 30. So now I want to see you guys shooting one betters, right? And that's really a better way to decide, see how you're doing. Yeah, you'll have some, if you play older courses, many of the course pars are 26. There's a couple courses that are even 23, 24. So you're like, God, I only shot a 24. But you shot a clean round, meaning you got everything that was given to you. That's the key to me. I mean, like, I could shoot a 30 on Monty and feel pissed because I missed 3 strokes. That's where we're at. But it's still a great way to get, I mean, look at, less than 1% of the people that, oh God, Tropical you need a 10.5. And I would contend that Tropical you need all 3 drivers, just because, not because of necessity, because you then don't have to hit shots at 130 miles per hour or with the baby cut. Like, a baby cut is not as easy to replicate as hammering a club down. So if I have all 3 drivers, that means I never will have to play the baby cut shot. And with stouts then too on top of it, you're really eliminating all your risk, almost completely. Yeah, but back to it, yeah, talking about par or betters, that's really a bigger one. So like when we go back in time, but when we go back in time and look, right? Okay, so the first year's courses, we'll just kind of talk through them. Every course had a par of 30 but Cumberland. And that was if you got 1 and 2 drivable, they would be par. Now remember too, we didn't have tees back then, so that would be drivable from the 380 range, right? Or making a chip from 20 yards on 400. Hey Drew, how you doing? But shooting a 30 there was, we always called it more of an indictment than a win, because it was like, you can shoot a 30 on Golden Tee, you're wasting your life away. And some of us have wasted our lives away for many, many years doing it. But I don't consider it a waste, because look at this. I got friends all over the world now. It's awesome. We didn't do very well there. Oh, we came through, though. Can we save this? This is ugly. I'm terrible right now. We're going to get warmed up, though. Oh, we saved it. Okay, so we're still clean. We're playing great, then. So par is 19 on the front and 20 on the back, I believe. Wait a minute. No, sorry. It's 20 and 20. It's 40. My bad. Now, we got the bad look here for this hole. But we can hit the 6-wood now, though. Hey, Cole. How you doing? So we'll go through too, and we'll get people's opinions on value buys here too. When I get done with this round, I'm kind of gonna stop playing for a minute. We'll go look through the Calcutta. Now I laid off of that because we're thinking about 280 with the high T6, and then we had an outwind there. It would have carried over the green if I laid into it. All right, so we got a clean front, and that's a clean front. If you look at the scorecard, it's kind of bad. But it was the question on events, do you take the one better, or do you get aggressive and try to go for more? And I went aggressive and missed a shot. It was really offset on the fourth hole. You'll see it. It's kind of goofy. Better look here. We can max out the high T5, but the pin's way in the back. Oh, this event's actually really fun. All right, so we got the pin at the back. This is not a good look. But what we're going to do here is we're going to just play a C3. It's probably going to carry a little far. And I did not get that out very well at all. So we're on. Tough putt. We got to make this thing. And nope, we don't have it yet. We're not warmed up yet. We'll use the rest of this game to get loose. But these online Calcuttas, they end up breaking banks a lot more than what a Calcutta in person does. Typically in-person Calcuttas, you'll see the first three, the top three guys are going for between $1,000 and $2,000. The top three guys here now went between $6,000 and $4,000, which is crazy. But and I got a couple theories on this. Like these are not values at the top. When you get a player that fourth place doesn't even get your money back if they win, get fourth place, that's kind of shitty. Like I don't. But it leaves it in there for a middle of the pack kind of guy like myself to go. I mean, in Calcutta that is, to go and make up for it, and win some shit out of it. Thanks, Tim. Yeah. Hi, Cole. And the worst thing is there's really nothing else on TV right now. I have NASCAR on the screen next to me, and I don't like it. I'm not very pleased with myself for doing it. That hole used to give me horrendous problems because I would try to land the bottom tier and have it kick up. Genesis round 4. What the hell's that? Where we got? We got live Genesis round 4. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll put on some real golf. I mean, I can't get into watching real golf just like I can't get into watching GoldenTeeTV very easily. Well, something special just happened, but I put it on. That's a good idea. Stay up. Ah, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm off. But I'm going to get this guy up. Yeah, Tim, I thought I was going to be a steal for a while there. It was that World's Preview video. People, hearing me say that my body just isn't cooperating. I think it scared some people off. I think it plan worked. I'm not even having back surgery, guys. This was all just a scheme to get my ranking lower for Worlds. I'm ready to go. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My back's fucked up. It hurts. This weekend's been probably the roughest it's been in a while. It's really not felt too hot. All right, we're going to try to cut this on here. I don't think this is going to work, though. I had to high tee that. Well, that's not terrible, though. Hi, Adam. All right, so we can cancel out of this. We'll get back to playing ones that count. Let's take a look at this. I broke down the Calcutta a bit here, and I'll share you guys out in Excel if you guys want to look around look with me. Let's make it so you cannot edit, and let's copy the link. All right, we got it. But we'll take a look at this. So if we're looking here, so Luna, rightfully so, goes for about $6,000. Haas is right behind him at $5,500. No surprises there. Those two should have gone off the board first, no matter what we were looking at. There's no game of GoldenTeeTV that those two aren't going to be the first two off the board, unless Stenmark's playing his ass off. Then we got JoJo right after that with 42.35, and that's a pretty big gap from 1 and 2. So it's meaning to me that the going consensus here is that those two guys are going to be 1 and 2. I could easily see it happening, but I don't really think it's a necessity. Now, then you got JoJo, Gossett, and Fox. And the value out of this one would be, I still think you're paying too much up top. 4,000, 4,000, and then 3,300 for Fox. Fox there is a good buy. Then Ryan McCook right behind it at 2,700, also a very good buy. Now we can look and see what the payouts are. Oh, and of course I closed the auction. So we got some interesting numbers up there. It's pretty interesting going forward. All right, there we go. We're back logged in. Now remember, first place payout for the Calcutta is $16,407. Then you've got, it goes down, steps it down to 10,900, 8,200, and then 5,469 for fourth. So when you're above that number, I mean, really, getting fourth place at Worlds is never something to shake a stick at, and you're not even making back the money that you invested in them. So it's a little bit off on the bidding for me. First place in the silver bracket is paying $5,500, and second place is paying $2,700. Then you also have your fifth and sixth places paying at $2,734. So you get into the top four, you get in the top six, you're getting some money back. Now let's go back and see. Now after this, you got McCook and Grover, two good buys at 27 and 24 respectively. Now one that you guys don't hear a lot of because he's not on Facebook, Jeff Lannon, that's another hell of a buy. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that he's either the top win percentage player in PEGT history. I might be off. It may have changed, but at one point he and Thor were there. I think Stenmark might have passed everyone up eventually, but that he played in a couple tournaments like just randomly out of the blue and didn't do as well, so he might have dropped down. But their win percentages were through the roof. Now we're scooting down. We got David Duncan at 1,700. You got CJ at 1,900. Very good buys in here. This is where I think you're going to get your most value. Then you got Lance Harris at 1,650 and me right behind him at 1,561. So we got, I mean, the top 12 there, it's all real high. Then GVK is right behind at 1,430. Brewer right behind that at 1,210. And then Godfrey rounds out everybody over $1,000 there. And a special note, you got in 16th spot was Stenmark there. So that's an interesting buy because if you guys remember that he was still not playing a ton when Worlds came around last time. But it's been a lot longer of a gap. I don't know if he's going to be able to shine like he always does, but it's never a bad buy. To get him and get a 15-1 odds on him winning, that's probably a pretty fair deal. As well as having a chance to make money if he doesn't win and get something lower. So we're in for a pretty intense weekend here. There's a lot of competition. There's some really good buys. I pulled Bernhardt for $279, I think. I will absolutely take that. Now everybody stays away from the guy. Like Clint Grover, if he was playing stouts and was doing as well as he did, he would have been in the top 3 buys. But everyone knows there is a chance that you could get really punished in one of these for having a non-stout ball. It's pretty interesting stuff, though. Now, on top of that, too, that isn't even anything to do with the money that you're going to be able to win by just playing the tournament yourself. So, I mean, somebody could come through and clean up pretty well and have a really good weekend, and that's what we're hoping for. Now, remember, guys, I'm giving out parts of me here. $10 donations, and we'll just do a drawing out of all the $10 donations. If we've got less than 100 donations, and that's 100 given away. I gave away some spots, so it's going to need 102 spots now. But that'll double to 10% I'm giving away then, too, of myself. And that's not just the Calcutta winnings. That is your Worlds winnings. So if you happen to donate $10, you get drawn out of the hat on Wednesday night. I win Worlds. You are up. Oh, wait, you only went for $90, Timmy? Okay, that is an absolute... Some of these low numbers are really big steals, dude. Cole, I do have you down twice, I believe. Yes, sir. Let me make sure I do. I gotta open another. Nope, that's the one I gotta open. Let's go here. Let's see. Yeah, I got you down twice, Cole. I got you in there. Yes, sir. Hi, Neil. And we did have our Alan Schultz sighting. He came in and gave a $200 donation. So he has the highest chance right now. But we're almost to the part of doubling it. Actually, we're about halfway there. So we got 54 entries right now. One of those was given away to Aiden, so there's 53. 53 sent in. Yep, I'm right on that. So another 47 people make donations, dude, and 47 people, we get a total of $470 more in donations. That doubles to 10% I'm giving away. Now, I'll ask you guys, I could do 3 winners, do 5%, 5%, and then 5% of the Calcutta. Oh, no kidding. I went for 1561, I believe. Why did that plug like that? I've never seen a ball with bite move an inch and then stop. Normally if it starts moving, especially in a down 7, look at that. Normally it'll plug on the first bounce. That happens, but once it starts moving, that thing normally finishes. It's kind of about where I would have put myself. Now, I think I'm better than some of the players that went for more than me, yes. But I really, dude, I don't know how much I trust myself. No, Marcus Cash and Nikki got me. I love that. When somebody you really love gets you the Calcutta, you feel like you need to perform better for them. I mean, I've already helped Nikki beat her husband in a 3-man match game that we were playing in Nashville. So I think it's time for her to return the favor in me. No, just the back stuff. The back stuff. If I go in, I mean, put it this way. Yesterday, I was done. I couldn't have hit a ball. But today, I'm fine. So it's just going to all depend. Now, I'm going to put on a big course of steroids starting Wednesday. So I should feel pretty goddamn great. Which, I mean, I might feel better than even normal. Which, the steroids can be sickly amazing. So we'll go. We're gonna go. We're gonna do a big steroid course and see where we're at. So when you hit that shot, if you hit the 8.5 into the hill on a fly, I've never gone up to a spot I couldn't putt. But let's get this 40 under out of the way and be done, and then we'll get on to playing some of these invites out. 368 into an 11. We're going to hit the 8.5 solid. Oh. And I said solid, which isn't always 100%. That I was off by 1 mile per hour there, maybe 2 for the directional, and that ball was perfect. I liked it. All right, 306. Let's go forward backspin. No high tee. I'm always looking for the shot that I can hit backspin on that and keep it, because you can't, with a high tee in the pin up front, you're going to be at the bottom. I'd rather not have a right 5 up 5 putt from 60 feet. Be gold. I'll be good once I get it. All right, 288, pins in the back. This is going to be... Now, do we have to cut the high 5? I'm going to high 5 with a baby cut on it, just to keep it away from the high part here. And that cut, you see how much distance we lost with that cut? Good 15 yards. Now, I also didn't max out the speed on it, but we're good with that shot. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I think I'll be good. We'll be good for Worlds. We're ready. We're ready. Pins right on the edge. 5-5 is normally the shot I go with here, but with that pin on the edge, I'm going to go with the 6 and try to plop it down and give it a chance to ultra. I don't, obviously never going for the ultra, but I want to give it a chance to go in. There was nothing we could do to back that ball up, so we weren't going to make it unless we dunked that. And that one that one's a lot easier than hole 1 or hole 8 on Oakwood, because it's going downhill, not uphill, so you don't have to man up on a shot. You really just have to get it over. Jordan's GT Lounge. Oh, Jesus. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, that's the goal. We want to win Worlds. Let's just nuke a 6 with backspin and try to make this. Rip. Get up that hill. Back again. Feel a friend. All right, 366. 344. Let's go with the medium T 9.5 here. I'm going to bite spin this rather than backspin. Actually, I'm going to backspin it. Nothing's going in with bite. I got to get it past the hole if I want it to go in. I was right with the backspin. It was good. I'm making some vodka. Oh, I know Jordan's ZT Lounge. There's only one Jordan that we'll always remember here. Yeah, we got a lot of, there are a lot of good buys out here. Fuck. This one's going to be kind of hard to put this where I want it. All right, we'll go with the 9.5 and try to bounce it up. I'll take that. Just follow me. And that's not a knock on Jordan Comer. Yeah, we'll be happy. All happy. Yes, that would be a great day. I'd go hang out with Jordan because then I know I can't get in too much trouble. Legally, I can't. Yeah, we might have a nice dinner. Your grandparents might get drunk on our dime. Whatever, it's fine. You guys see how you don't have to go that far outside of that tree, or even outside of that tree at all. That thing went right through that tree. It certainly looks that way, but it just doesn't hit. Testing. Attention, please. Yeah, so this is the hole I watered last game, trying to get cute. And it's almost the identical setup. I hate this look. Because you can't get a straight line at it. Those reeds will hit. So, do I go up a club? That's better. That's the shot I want. Oh! Anyone who's talking this shit, that's it. The smart shot would have been to hit a 6, leave it on the fat side of the green, and have a right 5 putt. I had to go, of course. All right, we got to try to get this thing to cut enough. Well, we got it to cut enough, but there was no way that was holding. Now we got to one-hop this chip in somehow. And we didn't. So that game's dead. I haven't looked at the leaderboard, though. I'm assuming there's got to be somebody catching up. Somebody's got to be right with me. Yeah, well. So I'm clean. We got another clean right behind it. You got Oliver coming up, too. So I think I'm going to need that extra stroke. I got a feeling they're going to come for me. So we'll go again at that bad boy. We need to get that 40. Maybe a 41 would be even helpful. I lost in the non-handicap tournament after beating Gossett. I lost to Brad Stewart's nice little 30 on a par 29 Forest game. Pretty impressive. Got to give him a little credit. I thought it was that game that I don't know if I was playing live then. All right, this is going to be a shitty putt, but this is the shot I have to hit. All right, get off. I'd rather have a chip from here, honestly. Because of that reason alone. That was a dead straight putt. I don't know how I could have made that. That's so terrible. And since it was right at the edge of the distance where you change and go up distances, like your speed goes up, that ball was going to barely get to the hole, so any hidden break in it, it was playing it. I couldn't really do much on it. I could have looked left and right, but to try to aim it one click left is not the easiest thing to do. So we just went with the blind hammer straight, try to get it right through it. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Now, see, other people might look at this and say, "Oh, what a bad look." No, it's a backspin 3-wood. I'm perfect. There's not much you can do to blow this shot because I get backspin. Time for the LA sisters, one time for my LA hoes. All right, you got to learn how this hole bounces, right? That 6 plays a ton more than the up 4 does. But this will turn around and go right back in the hole. So I wanted to get that one click out. The release got me. Damn it. Say, hey, what's good? Well, we're probably DNFing now. But let's see if we can get this shot to work. I haven't figured it out again since back in the day. What was it? Maybe if... That's getting closer. So is it a 3 from there? I just love how you don't hit any of the bushes there either. That shot... And this is why this event just isn't the best. Because you got par-changing holes that... 3 of them that happened twice in the round. So you could definitely have a 6-stroke worse game. So we're going at this until we get at least a 40 up. 41 would be better. But honestly, I'm not playing for holdouts on most of these holes. I'm playing to stick it with a chance that it goes in. Shit, I got puffed for a total of... I got puffed for what, $70. I can't argue with that buy. I'm hoping that he harkens back to Cincinnati where he knocked Luna out in the first round. That's what I'm hoping for again. Stop. Should be straight uphill, so it's a chush, right? Do we chush this or chip it? We're going to chip it. Get a little extra points for being away. Shame on you. I don't think I really bid you up, did I? I think I just bid. Yeah, I didn't really want to go buck wild in the Calcutta this year. I got possibly 2 months of not working here coming up that after 2 years of not working, the 2 months of not working is going to be a hurt the bank account a little bit more. All right, good. No, you're good for making a cut. Yeah, I know that we keep saying this is World Championships. Yeah, we have the top field there. Guys, this is not harder to make the cut than it is at a PGT event. This year's maybe going to be different. Obviously, we're going to have... Last year was a perfect run of things to why we had such killer turnout. We had a killer turnout, but that was a perfect storm right there, right? We were breaking out of COVID, all of us cooped up. Then we had everybody being at tournaments. And now we need new courses for people to start getting their juices back flowing with tournaments. You guys see that shot? I'm not going that far outside of the trees. It's almost an optical illusion there. It's like the trees turn with the ball. All right, pins down low. This gives us a chance here. Let's bite it, hit it right at the hole, have one hop, hit the hill, and come down and go in. Almost called it. If you bounce way up on the hill, it comes off to the right. If you get one hop and it comes right back down, you got a chance of that ball just coming right down right at the hole. All right, so we're gonna go with the high 9.5 here and nuke it. That's the field bet, Jordan. They're covered in the field bet. So, I mean, yes, the field could end up having a person come out and make it. The problem is, I don't see many other top players that are coming out but you never know. Someone easily could come in there and do something crazy. I think you had the same thing in the mobile side, too. All right, we're going to go with the no high T3 wood here. I mean, 10.5 here. It's like she'd have an ass like Serena, Trina, Jennifer Lopez. 4 kids. Badass to showbiz. All right, clean so far. Let's go. We're just gonna high tee the forward here. Back it up. I mean, high tee the 6. I do that every time. Now, let's go with bite. Oh, come on. Backspin might have made that little bit more a spin. We got to get something to drop. That would have been nice. That's a good one to drop. Go ahead, get down. All right, let's see if we get a better... Yeah, we got the bad T-box. This is a bad look. So we can go over here and bury a C3 at this. God, we're almost to the spot where we can hit the 3-wood over the top. But... we're going to skip the water, I think. I think that's the play here. I don't like this shot. Forward C3, is that going to get there? Yeah, I think it might. Let's try it. I can deal with that. Hey, this is a chance of a chip that we can make. Except that came out dead. What the fuck? Setup dependent. I should have skipped the driver off the water instead there. Y'all can't leave. This is in the back. You gotta roll up the sleeves. So what else is everybody else doing today, man? I don't really have anything to do. It was either stream or keep playing Horizon West or whatever it's called. It's pretty solid if you guys haven't picked it up. It's a pretty solid game. I would say that Dying Light has a chance to be better. That game is better. It's very polished already. Not many glitches or anything like that. Well, hey, Seaball, how you doing, sir? Can we make this shot once? I'd love to. Now is a great time for any new viewers. Ask questions and shit. Get involved. Since we've got nothing on the plan today, we can take this. We can take this stream anywhere. And I wanted to hit that dead straight, and I pushed it right. Crap. Oh, all right. A decent look, but this is still a hard shot. You pretty much want to hit the green on a fly or hit really short, but where that pin was, this is one of the things that we don't see as much of now, but off the edges of these greens, these holes are all sloped. So being in the first cut is not necessarily a good thing like it is on a lot of the courses now. Pool full of liquor and I'm diving. All right, this one again, right? Oh, yeah, I didn't know who that was. Hi, Chisholm. How you doing, buddy? All right, baby cut. Throw it out. Go in. Oh, come on. I didn't know that was Chisholm. Well, the special event would have been, it was either CTTP, because that year they got rid of CTTP, remember. So they did the 3-ball event. No, it's just going to be CTTP. I finally have a chance to defend my world championships. And I gotta say, I gotta take it where I can get it. I mean, the thumbs of an angel could be here, are going to be needed again this weekend, or next weekend. Alright. I don't like this look. But, by where I put the tee, I can play this wind quite a bit and get a good backspin out of this. I fucking high teed it. I didn't mean to high tee that. Whoops. I make mistakes. God damn it. That's $1 high tee right there. Get him out of my system now. I have a feeling that once I play PGA more, that I will be messing up my heights and tees a bit more for a while. And it's also a good thing that they're not doing this. No CTTP, Calcutta. It's funny, though, and I'm going to recommend that you guys go out and play closest to the pin on Friday while you're watching the closest to the pin tournament. Because, okay, if I'm playing a match and I hit an ace on the first hole, right, I will be tapping the ball off the tee for the next 9 holes, which means that I am going to finish in the bottom 50 of the, I'm not going to be in the money on that tournament. You're going to have a lot of games like that. That's good. That's a great airline, dude. If they're gonna call you ahead of time and tell you that goodies, that's awesome. Can I get the 3-wood high there? I don't know, maybe, but let's not waste our first shot. Let's not waste $1 on the first shot. We're gonna get this there for sure. Am I gonna putt? Probably not, but all right, we're putting. Let's take a look at the hidden break here, right? And how we do that is, so we have an up 4 putt. Really, this is really more important on uphill putts because you're going to be losing enough speed on the ball that if there is a hidden break one way or the other, it has a chance to affect your line enough. On a downhill putt, the ball's moving through it too much, and that half a break won't generally put you outside of the hole edge. So we turn left and we have still an up 4. We turn right, we're going to have a right 1. That tells me that this hole is slightly breaking to the right and probably a half a degree. So, I mean, I should be aiming this at the left edge of the cup. And I did. I see that's the problem. I tried to there, and it didn't ever take the half degree. And it's hard to aim just one click. It's tough. Those are tough. Those are the worst putts in GoldenTee in my mind. The uphill putts that are over 30 feet, they can give you the biggest amount of problems, at least for me. If somebody else has better tricks for it, please let me know. But, man, to me, they get me more often than any other putt. Especially when it's a right 1 break, because aiming to the left, since you're aiming right into that roller, it actually feels like it's easier to get the ball to the left when you're having those. So that's an issue for me. Well, since they have a commentator, we got one of Word of Mouth's very own, Gino the Alpha, Chris Longino. He's actually forgoes his world's past to be the full-time commentator. You're gonna get a lot of him and Adam, a lot of him and Kevin. Yeah, it would be, but honestly, okay, so one of the talks was, when I was talking with Adam last week, no, see, Chisholm, I buy them. Everyone, I get stuck on those Facebook ads late at night, and of course they now know I like shirts, so I get all sorts of goodies. But, so, okay, so that, Mark, that was we had a discussion, me and Adam did. I was talking to him about the launch of PGA, and I was like, hey man, I know we had casual set up for betas, and he's like, yes and no. We are looking at upping the difficulty on the putting on those courses, but really the holes really have their real breaks on them, based off of how it has to be in Golden Tee. So he said that in order for us to change that, we'd have to rework putting, and that's going to be an option in the future. It's just not on the docket right now. So reworking putting, I think, is one of the next things that needs to be done. That and the swing, so you know, the two most important things. But putting needs a new a new game engine behind it. Just something that takes into account different factors. Like right now, your putting speeds aren't taking into account if it's an uphill 10 putt. So you can definitely have one that's on a tiered green on the bottom and not be able to get it to the hole. Which is it's off-putting to me a bit, that depending on if somebody's actually further away, they have a better chance of making a putt than somebody closer. That bothers me a little bit. And I'm sure we've all felt the pain on those putts before. All right, much better look here. Now we can just go at it. But hey, everything can't be perfect all the time. And that would be a whole change. And really, being that we have older machines still out there, you can't make dramatic changes on PGA like that, because these machines still have to function in conjunction with the legacy machines for the near future. And that's a good thing, guys, because now those PGA games will get it. I just can't, I'm baffled that I'm playing a handicap tournament in which Paul Taylor will be getting 2 strokes from me, but he's in the hype video for Worlds. That one got me a little bit. And just so everybody knows, it was a little awkward doing those interviews. We did them at the Dallas tournament, and there was a ton going on. Plus, you couldn't tell, it was really hard to understand the levels for our mics, because we were honestly sitting 30 feet away from the people doing the production. It was a little weird. So everybody felt like they were yelling, but they're like, no, you sound great. Now, I'm curious, though, because that footage was supposed to be made for a documentary. I didn't think that was Andy. Yeah, Chisholm, I didn't like that at all. I like the theory behind Golden Tee putting. I just don't like that they haven't addressed a couple of the issues that are real issues now, especially once you brought tiered greens in. They made one change one time to one hole, and that was on Pine Meadows. That really big 2-tiered one that we see here is technically always a turbo putt. It'll have a boost in putt speeds on it. Sense of it ain't going towards a bill. Cause I just dodged a bullet from a crazy bitch. I'm sorry, watching real golf is worse. I can't do it, guys. It's just it's more things that I know I can't do, and I don't want to spend the time to do it. So we're gonna find something on that will not draw my attention, but actually, the 49ers Baltimore Super Bowl on NFL Network, that actually is a good one. I don't mind that. So we got a 10 outwind. I'm going to go with the 6 and see if we can just plop it down right at the hole. No problems. And here's the other thing, too. No, I did not see that. That sounds awesome, though. With the D. 333. Another shitty look. All right, we're going to go the other way this time and try my other shot. Credit she given me, staying on top of 11 like the Statue of Liberty. That's sick. That might be the most points I've gotten on a putt, on a par 5. That 3,500 points for a putt. That's pretty good. Took it with you. All right, now we got a medium T 10.5 to go with this one. We got to hit this solid. And I laid off of it. I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did that. Why did I lay off of it? All right, bank it off. We got to bank it off. To make this, we got to bank this off this post. Nope. That's had a good line. I haven't had to try that before. This sucks. God damn it. Clean rounds of this event are hard to come by now that I'm looking at it. I didn't play many rounds to get to where I'm at. And now I'm, just to make sure I get up top, I got to make sure I get this. Bullshit every day coming up. And here comes Oliver. He's in third now. No points, though, for the best content. Got a bad side, even the conscience. 328, good. Happy when I see the numbers below 330, because that means it's going to be a medium T something or other. We'll medium T the 10.5. All right, we're okay with that. Oh, God. And here comes the debacle. I thought this was a good Super Bowl. I don't know that I'm looking at it. I think it was a blowout, wasn't it? I can't imagine somebody would be that stupid. But I can see it, seeing that you might get something different, a different advantage at a different point. Taylor's a lot about mind games with it. I just crush a lot. Joe's still down alone. I don't know what he played. I never saw him in match play, so. Up in the twin Zito, up in the Ben Zito for my keeping from the music to Kiko. Like PAs and wearing PJs. All right, we got this shot again. There, offset, little bit of cut. Throw it out. I'm about getting loot. It'll knock that boots. All right, pins in the middle, bottom. We're good here. We're gonna just bite spin that 9.5. No, we'll go 10.5. Bite spin. 20 grams of crack blam, alas, I don't discriminate. All right, medium T 9.5 backspin. We got a chance to ace this one. It's a good strategy if you're able to shoot as well as you do with the other equipment. I don't like this shot, but we're gonna murder this, but put a cut on it. Wicked when I see it, even though we lie. Don't stop. Get it? Get it? To me, with him playing Titans, I don't put him as much of a threat. It's really hard to go back. It's easy to go from a normal win ball 2 stouts. It's harder to go back. Wow. Oh, I do, Corey? I didn't. It wasn't for me. It was for Chad Fisher because he wanted to ask about Calcutta. He wanted to see if you wanted half yourself, is my guess. I'm assuming you do. I didn't even look. I thought I always communicate with you on Messenger, Corey, so I figured it was on Messenger. And I gotta say, I'm making a pot roast today, and my whole house smells delicious. I just want to eat right now. That's all I want to do is eat. I might not have saved it then. I forget to do everything that's going on in my real life when I'm streaming. Dog's gotta go out. Gotta pick Jill up. All of it gone. This is the worst box we could ask for, because it's pretty low too comparatively. I would love to hit the high T 3-wood here, but I don't think I'm getting that there. And now we got a chip. Chip for the win. I'm not making this though. Yeah, I'll kill that. Well, I'm done with events for now. Fuck that. I'll take off the headphones and put in some games when you guys aren't around. Straight street. Come on. I absolutely do, Corey. I actually put a spreadsheet up. Where is Corey? Where the hell are you on here? Do you went up? Corey Neely, you went for $213. $213. Shoot, if I would have seen, if Todd Clark would have told us earlier that he was in Chicago, I would have driven out there to sport today. Got nothing else better to do. All right, we got this Sandy Reef. Let's get it. And we got such a gorgeous day outside today, too. I should not be playing Golden Tee. But I'm staying the hell away from everyone this week. I'm not getting sick before Worlds, man. Too much money on the line to fuck around. Alright, we're not thumbing straight either right now. We'll have to get that together. It's one thing you can do. Alright, we got these. City's filled with them. Alright, we got a high T here. We're going to go high 6. You're a virgin and Jesus can't starts when the hurting. Stars addicted to the high life. City never sleeps, better slip you an Ambien. Why, is Tickner out there already? Hey, Querto, how you doing, big man? Everybody say yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, Puff, this is Raff. Bob Rat? Wait, Puerto, is that Bob Raffin? No. What? If that is, and I never put 2 and 2 together, I'd be a little disappointed in myself. I really would never have known if you... Not Bob Raffin, right? Hi, Justin. Oh, okay, good. I was going to freak out there. Oh, okay, I got you, Queer. I got you. I did. Yes, I did. He knocked me... You knocked me out, right? Only to get knocked out by a person with a lower handicap than should have been. Yeah, you got second. I never put 2 together. Yeah, it is what happened. And I mean, yes, sir. I mean, I didn't... I was really, really fucked up that entire weekend, so I didn't really pay attention then. Aftermath after the fact. All the Jewish breath bombs. I mean, was it like that the year before too? I never put it together for what but I'm assuming people do the same things over and over again until they're told that and called out on it. And in case you guys haven't realized this, when I go to attend events like that, I'm not there for the money. It's nice whenever you get back, but I just wanted to meet people and have a grand old time. No, the 6-wood is just, it's just labeled incorrectly as all. It's a 225-yard club. That's all you got to think about. That's really it, Damien. Game till I walk a flock of flame. It's just like the 9-wood is a 205-yard club, not a 195-yard club. It's happened from clubs time to time. There's no sense in changing it. You just got to know it. Every day, like a boy. Boy. Hell yeah, from Dre, like a boy. I really just think it's a mislabeling. Now, when the 9-wood was different, until they figured out and fixed it, they had no idea why. Like, literally no idea why that one was coming up short. Or why that one was so different than the other ones. You had a zombie floating, but I got your mommy throating. We have nothing in common, poodle. Supposed to not hit that branch. Government's time. Give it the up mine, you get too much. Oh wow. Has anybody ever seen a pin up here before on this hole? That is ugly. That was an ugly pin. I don't remember it ever being up there. Speed PJJ fad. But that's really it, Damien. The 6-wood is not a 240 club or whatever it says. It's like 10 yards off of it. Once you start doing that, once you see it, it makes every shot with it makes perfect sense. Now, we already proved the thought that we all have that we feel like the 6-wood does not cut as much as the 5-wood. And I physically proved that the other day, saying that it does. It cuts the exact same as a 5-wood, even though it looks so different. Yeah, and you can really dumb that one down. I don't know if they think it's a mislabel or not, though. That's the thing. But it's one of those things. It would be a really easy change, but it's almost more trouble than what it's worth to change it, because then everybody would be like, huh? Why'd my 6-wood change? It didn't change. They just changed the numbers on it. It is, right? People disagree. I would rather have a 4-iron in my bag. Yeah, I think well, here, we got it right here. It's labeled 235. I play it as a 225. That makes it pretty on the nuts perfect, because you can carry it like 280 typically too on a high tee, which would be like the 50 yards you get basically for every high tee. Whew, that shot had me thinking and second guessing myself a little bit. I'm stressing out over the invite. That's $1. That's good. Smart play. But I like to win. Yeah, but going back to the Spankies tournament, if I went in there with a low handicap, I would instantly say, hey, I should have the top handicap here. So put me even with the best handicap here. That's just me. I don't feel like, as much as I think handicaps are kind of bullshit a lot of the times, I don't want to win matches that way at a tournament like that. I don't want people feeling like they got something up. Well, the 8-wood is off by 5 yards. The 9-wood's off by 10 yards. The 7-wood's perfect. And I don't think it changes any distance based off of it's not. I haven't ever found a club that plays differently than what for the club off of the surface. I don't think it jumps off the rough. I just think that's a feeling that you get. It's the same thing like that when people say that they feel like the 6-wood doesn't cut as much as the 5. I feel the same way too, but it clearly does. So it's not a club thing that's doing that. That's all internal. But also remember that the 8-wood is mislabeled too. It's off by a few yards, and I think we proved that with our video on it. That the 7-wood's labeled correctly. No, it doesn't change. Sorry, it doesn't change depending on surface, or it doesn't change differently to other clubs depending on surface. That's just in your head. Why did I bite that? I meant to release it. Don't like sardines to these bitches. And maybe what you're calling jumps out is that the rough doesn't slow your distance down really at all. So what you're seeing there, the rough distance on the overhead marker changes, but you still can hit the ball out of the rough almost the same distance. It's like people think that that hybrids play better out of the rough, and they don't have any characteristic to them that would make them different out of the rough. There's just nothing in the club details that would tell you that. And that's all you can go on by what the game's inputs are doing. So all the feelings that you get, they're just incorrect feelings. They're just feelings that I mean, we could certainly prove the point by mulliganing. There's other factors that you could be catching too. There are certain slopes that you could be on that when you hit it, it's actually ramping and not just coming off the club face. That's more likely than to think. look, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel that you're correct at all. I mean, I don't really feel like that is truth at all. I don't. Maybe other people are going to disagree with me, but I don't feel that. I say that every club is consistent. Is consistent. There's no broken club in Golden Tee. They play the same way every time. People always tell me, "Oh, the old 5-iron's broken." It's not broken. It's perfectly consistent. Damien, I'm going to tell you once again, no. I don't think that there's surfaces that need changing, but not anything because of what you're saying. That's not an issue that I know anybody that runs into, to be quite frank with you. There's really nothing in the lies. I don't really see a problem with the actual lie indicator at all. The only problem that I whiffed the ball and that's what happens. I got back to the fairway. But the only problem that happens in the lie are some of the surfaces are wrong. Like there's spots that shouldn't be heavy rough that are labeled heavy rough. That is the kind of stuff I'm talking about with lies needing to change. Not that one club will play differently out of it. You got to know your slopes because that ramp stuff, like I'll purposely play stuff that ramps sometimes. Like you could be stuck against a hill and I'll try to ramp a certain club just because I know it's going to come up and ramp. But that isn't what, Damien, that's not what you're saying though. Because those, when it's the wrong surface, it plays like the surface that it tells me, but it's incorrect based off of what I'm sitting in. And I've illustrated that one pretty clearly on Juniper. When you're just off the green on hole 8 of Juniper, it shows me in heavy rough. But if I go 3 feet past that, I'm in normal rough. And then past that again, it's in heavy rough again. And I think that's just a way that they, in the database for their naming, I think they've added surfaces that replace surfaces from old school that wasn't supposed to replace. But it's not affecting one club differently than any other club. Like, I'm pretty confident when I see I'm in the fairway. Okay, this is playing like fairway. The game's going to play this correctly. If I'm in heavy rough, even though I shouldn't be, and I don't like the way that heavy rough plays, the distance out of heavy rough is incorrect too. It dumbs you down by a lot when you're not actually losing much distance, and you also get more spin out of heavy rough. But it's not per club. Like, it's not changing per club and telling me that for instance, the 8-wood out of heavy rough plays like the 7-wood plays out of heavy rough. It's not different based on the club. So maybe when you're feeling like it's jumping, you feel like you should be in rough, but you're actually, or it says, or you feel like it should be heavy rough, but it's actually rough. That can happen. I can see that, but it's nothing to do with the club that's doing that. But I can assure you, there is no characteristic that's in the game that will make a club be different out of a surface. Well, heavy rough, everything jumps out of because it gives you a really low distance on the overhead meter. It doesn't take off as much distance as the overhead meter says it should. That would be the issue there. It has nothing to do with what club you're using. So like I said, out of heavy rough, every club's going to play the same way. It's just different clubs will do different things. But they're always going to be consistent out of that surface. yeah, I mean, heavy rough to me, it needs a little workup on the overhead meter, but it's still consistent. But once again, Damien, I'm not. What you were saying is incorrect. There's nothing that needs to change based off of what you said. The 8 wood does not come off differently than the 7 wood does, for instance. You were saying that the 8 wood jumps so high out of that. No, that doesn't. That's a figment of your imagination. There is nothing in the code that will let a club play different than a different club. They all have the same factors on them. Like there's not a club in the game that's like made for heavy rough, like plays better. My 100,000 games will tell you that. No, it's not. No problems with that. Okay, so the Quirto, if the wind is blowing right to left, then yes, I bank at that wall and go to the left. If it's going left to right, and generally in my face, I hit a high 5 wood into that same rock. I hit a 5 wood into that same rock, and I murder it, because I'm on the green then. If it's going the other way, the wind pushes it with the high shot over the rock. And we've had it on here a couple times. All right, this one I'm going to roll, because when you roll it and hit that back wall, it comes across the green better. Oh. I see, this course is an incredible course, and this last 3 holes are the worst 3 holes I've ever made. I hate having to bank shots on holes. It's just so stupid. Like you're playing a bounce on something, like that's not showing skill. Yeah, and definitely the art team would need to take a look at it. And that's actually that gives me a good one. So that's one. Hi, Brett. How you doing? Okay, so it's not much, but it's not really taking off distance. You're getting the same distance at the miles per hour that you're hitting. It's just that to get to the point, it's not a straight line. So the ball's still traveling the same amount, but it's landing shorter on straight line distance because it had to travel farther on a curve. That's really the thing that you're looking at. Yeah, there are some nuances in there that change it, and it's not a really way to tell you how much. There's not an accurate percentage because no 2 cut shots are going to be the same. So the consistent... Oh, I'm excited, Luke. Super excited. Quirto, the consistent way is you see there's a spot on that rock, and you want to aim just to the right of it. It looks like a little X. I just know that I have to aim a little right when I hit it. And honestly, it's such a stupid shot that I've never worried about trying to forget. Yeah, oh yeah, Nascar, really. She's a big fan. And the reason she's a big fan of it, I got to give her credit. A lot of kids wouldn't do this. But, like, her dad's a big athlete, sports guy, yada, yada, yada. And he has 3 daughters. So Jill, in order to be closer with her dad, he enjoyed NASCAR and found it was something that she didn't mind watching. So she got really hooked in it just so she had something with her dad. And now I think she likes it more than her dad. So it's pretty cool. I gotta give her credit. It's a really cool thing. I make fun of her for it, but I love it. It's one of the reasons I love her, that she cares enough about the people around her that she'll just dive headlong into something just to be closer to them, and that's awesome. She's done it with GoldenTeeTV. She probably could give a shit about this game, but she's jumped in with me, knows enough about it. Just repetition, Alex, and then more course familiarity is really it. Yeah, it is. So when I rag on her for NASCAR, just know it's with love. Nah, the road courses, man. She enjoys the road courses, too. To them in your fleet. What? But Yeah, it's just course familiarity, man, and then it's eliminating risk while still keeping reward for the rest of the way for you, Alex. And you can hit a point that, I mean, repetition is going to be the real way that you start getting it, especially with stouts. The cutting with stouts is so different than how you cut the ball with other balls, because you have more wind you're cutting into, so you don't have to be nearly as precise. But with stouts, if you miss your cut shots, if you miss your cuts by too much, that ball is snapping on you. And then it's learning shit like that. Low T release shots. Par 3s, low T release with stouts. Figure out how to aim using the fucking the meat of the game. Yeah, really that. And then putting and chipping too is going to be a lot of the ways that a 24 gets way better. If you stop missing putts, I bet you jump to a 26 right then. Hi Josh, how you doing, big guy? Now, a shot like this, too, okay, so there's no way I could have put this much farther back. So now I know that to stick the screen, I'm going to hit this club. It's a question on how do I make this cut the right line that I want while killing the distance. And it was just like that. Cutting it down just like that. It's learning how to play little cuts and throw them more than, rather than following what's on the meter, just extrapolating off this shots right here that are above your screen and turning it into something else. That's the biggest thing. Hey, for me, I can answer yours right now. My short chips kill me. My 10-yard and under chips where where top tier players are making 99% of them, I'm making 75%, and it kills me. My kids, my wife. Yeah, well, these are all valid excuses. I've got a feeling Justin Wilson nailed this. And for those of you that are on Facebook watching right now, remember that you're probably missing a lot of the chat commentary. If you go to gt.live/themouth, you will get to the YouTube page and you'll see the chat from all platforms, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. But Facebook doesn't like bots, and they won't let them post back in. Now, Josh, I would agree with you with the time things. Yeah, that Querto's nailing it right there. Expense is a big one. You have to have some disposable income to actually get good at Golden Tee. Let's be honest, top players wasted money for years and years. Now, if you got into it at the right time, it nearly wasn't as much. Yep, okay. Backspin, okay, backswing, once you get past the halfway mark, it's not a way to adjust your speeds. It's just not. You can adjust them with the 1 or 2 clicks back very easily, but after that, the adjustment is so not consistent right there, right? Oh, yeah. Well, Damien, to be honest, the game is pretty technically on. It's pretty goddamn good technically. There's some things that we all hate by playing because we play so goddamn much that we're going into such intricate details on it. But out of the box and just playing, like just a person walking up isn't going to notice a lot of this shit. It can. Now, luckily, I've always been around places where I'm getting a deal that second to third, that playing at 6 to 10 level, I was still only costing me $1 to play. The holding out part, I don't... Look, if you look at most matches, a clean round will win most matches, right? If you can shoot clean rounds every time in Golden Tee, you're gonna do very well in live play. You are. Because one, it puts pressure on your opponent if you're not making any mistakes ever. And two, most people that hold out in a round will also miss one. It's rare to see much higher than that. Oh, shit. fucking... That was bad. I didn't hit that ball. I kind of, like, whiffed it a bit. Oh, yeah, you can run bad. You can definitely run bad. Running bad... Oh, there's nothing worse than losing a match to somebody that beat you when you shot a clean round, and the next match they shoot like a 6-off and lose. Or even worse if they win shooting a 6-off. It is a fucking kick in the testicles, dude. The real Slim Shady, please stand up. But if you go back and look at the numbers through the tournament, that's not really the rarity. I mean, that's really the rarity. And I'm saying that you lose with a clean round. Did you shoot a clean round in those? Because if you didn't shoot a clean round against that one better, then they didn't really have 100%. Like, that's not... You have options, and risks to rewards go down if you're off par already. Gotcha. My contention is this, Justin. If your opponent holds out and you just still play clean right behind them, you'll catch them most of the time. Yes and no. I can see it being a hindrance. I can see a home edition being a hindrance. For me, it is. A bit. Not really, though. Because I've played enough match play. Uh-oh. Josh McDaniel's in. He's in. He's in. I believe it was Josh McDaniel. Let me make sure before I say that. Yes, it is. Got it, Josh. Well, I do. All right, guys, we have a total of 54 paid donations so far. So if we get it up over the 100, then I'm giving away 10%. It's somebody's going to want to come in. I mean, honestly, selling 10% of myself, but I probably would have had to price it at about $1,000 for 10%. I think something like that, right? Oh, Alex, so donations are just for the stream, but with any donations coming this week, between, it was from Wednesday till next Wednesday, for every $10 I'm putting an entry in, and on Wednesday night before I leave to get going toward Vegas, I'll do a drawing, and the winner of the drawing, if there's less than 1,000 in donations that have come in the week, will get 5% of my world's winnings. So if I win, then you'd get $1,500 for the $10 donation. If there's more than 1,000 in donations, I'm upping it to 10% of my winnings and 5% of the Calcutta winnings too. Now the Calcutta winnings will be deducted from the price. So if I get fifth, sixth, then the winnings of the Calcutta were only $1,000. So it would be an extra $100. It's not that you would get, you know what I mean? You take the difference out of it. I didn't make it real clear, and I'm not really concerned about it. Because when we win this fucking thing, all these... No, that was so stupid. Why did I try to hold that? I should have just... That was a dumb shot. It is very true. I've had those same issues before with... You'll hear people on here asking me why I play so fast. Because I'm going to do this at match play too. Oh, midget stripper. It's a midget stripper, a Velcro suit, and a bullseye target. It's even better. This is the difference, though. On the courses now, if you water a par 3, you're pretty much losing that. You're pretty much losing. Watering a par 3 here, I'm still feeling like I'm going to shoot a decent round on this course. Especially if I can stick this shot. I cannot. Well, I did. I gotta putt this. Woo. And if you guys need to, You can go to gt.live/tip-the-mouth. You can also use PayPal and Venmo. I can give you those if anybody needs them. All right, so this is an interesting shot. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. Too hard. Yeah, Clark is nailing that. I mean, there is something that you guys have that we didn't when we were getting up with it. We didn't have a shot meter to see what we were missing and how bad we were missing shots. And it turns out we were missing shots. You could miss them pretty badly if you weren't paying attention. Yeah, Josh is pretty well on with that too. And really, you gotta learn. You gotta start understanding Golden Tee par a bit. Nerves are for real. I'm going to say right now, the most nervous I've ever been hitting a Golden Tee shot was playing hole 18 on Lake Powell when I was 7 better going into it. And that sounds so weird to think that that would be my most nervous shot. But yeah, I was more nervous with that. I was shaking hitting that. My bad. Yeah, 35 is not going to make that one get there. I knew that too. I already knew that I wasn't getting that to the hole. I shouldn't have hit that. We'll take that. Is this against Oh no, we got Jash. Ah, here we go, Jash. Day and night. Again, you could hit a forward here, but I'm going to go up to the 3 and I'm going to baby cut this and hit it smooth. It's so much easier to get your lines on cuts by hitting them softer. So if you have to play up a club and hit it softer if you can, obviously every shot isn't going to give you a chance to do that. But if you can play up a club and hit it softer, it's so much more repeatable to hit your lines when you're hitting the ball at a reasonable pace. Now, Luke, so what I do then is I go up there and I play even faster. I don't want to let them catch a line off of what I'm doing. I'll walk up, hit it, sit back down. So, no, I've gotten used to it. You get used to it. And the best way to combat that is get up a couple strokes right away. Let them play slow and think about all the shit that they did wrong coming up to it. Playing fast is a benefit for me because I can get out of my own head a lot quicker. If I sit and think about what I did wrong, I might think about it too much and think myself into fucking up the next shot. But more importantly than your scores in qualifier, you really need to be cognizant of Golden Tee par. For me, generally, I say that 2 strokes off of par is going to be the cut line for the tournament. So you get 5 courses, 10 strokes off the cut. Now, if Tropical and Pine come into the mix now, then I'll add another couple strokes for that. If Baja's there, I drop it down to 1, depending on ease of course. So getting cognizant of that can kind of tell you what you need to do the rest of the way. And it can make you feel a lot better about yourself going into the next world. Yeah, absolutely. The cut at Worlds is not going to be nearly as bad as what people... It's going to be easier in relation to par. The worst one with mind games was Duncan, but that's just because he's a fucking head case. And he's doing his mind games to try to be dirty. Like he would do stuff like skip the person's turn, skip his turn, and hit their putt before he hits his. Like weird shit that you're like, what the fuck are you even doing, dude? It just doesn't make any sense. That's what. Yeah, I murdered it. Oh God, I murdered that ball. I did not mean to hit it that hard. Right, but it's technically it's a stroke penalty though. It should be a penalty right there. I mean, all you have to do is call the directors over. Once he's done it, they can't. It should be a penalty right away. That is in the rules that you cannot skip a turn. Penalty right away. If he does it more than once, he's forfeited from the match. It's just that most people don't call shit. But on people like him, you have to call shit right away, right when it happens. And sometimes even when you call it, nobody does anything about it. Like, you know, you call and have them change the trackball because there was a foreign substance on it. They see the foreign substance and say, yeah, I can feel that. But then don't do anything about it. Which, it blows my mind. Oh, look at this. Oh, is this a perfect forward? Skips turns. He's a fine competitor. Yeah, the problem that I see with people who hit fulls too much is a crutch. See, because I can have a shot that's just as consistent as a full, but I'm also aiming at the pin with it. And you'll notice that difference out of if you watch in a match like McCook or myself play. When McCook and I play, you can pretty much assume that we're hitting the same shots on every hole. Obviously, different bags. He'll have a different bag than me sometimes, so the shots won't be the same. But if we have the same tee shot, we're going to be the ones that are not... We're leaving the aim focused at the pin, pulling slight cuts, and then throwing them out fully directionally on the forward swing. Because I know with my cut, my forward swing's just adjusting the angle that it's taking to get back to where my cut was. And I can control that. A full, to me... You really, if you're hitting a straight full, that's a full C straight to 2, right? Now, adjusting your fulls, okay, that's a little different, but you still only have one spot that ball can go. Yeah, you can adjust it with forward swing, with how hard you forward swing it, but it's still one shot. So, yes, it's very repeatable, but very hard to aim. I mean, like, you're not aiming like I am. Plus, no one can tell me that they can accurately get the read on a green that's left 7 and telling me what the break of that green is when the ball's coming in from the different angle, when it's coming in from a down 7 angle. It just isn't as possible. It's not as possible to play those breaks. Well, and at last Worlds, I beat him because he played too many fulls. He tried to play fulls on shots that I stuck with. Like, the key was it was 17 of Sandhill. Oh, I don't like anybody I'm playing. I don't like anybody when I'm playing them, dude. I have no friends during match play. Now, is this going to catch the underneath? It might. Yeah, JoJo hits too many fulls in my impression. It's become a crutch in a lot of situations. He knows them very well. Oh, sweet. Gotcha, Maddie. We'll get that one up there. There it is. Tim Glenn watching from a... Is that at your house or is that a bar? I don't know. Hey, Ben. How you doing, sir? Is that a sip of the place? Shake it. So, always called myself more of a classist than a racist, but now that I'm running out of money, I'm becoming more of a racist. That's true. Very well played. Okay, so like people go with a full here, right? Alright, if it's Hidden Pine Forest, Monty. Okay, Hidden Tropical Pine Forest and Monty. Par could change so much now. Par could change. Oh God, they changed so much. I'm saying, I would be saying 10 below, and then one extra one for tropical and pine. So we'd be looking at 12 below is what I'm thinking right now. Oh, I did, but it's a fully 1099 position, so I don't make money unless I start selling, dude. All right. Oh, okay, okay. We got 2 spots for Tim Glenn. And 1 spot for Matty B. Got it. Loving it. Yeah, no, but no, and I haven't even started yet, dude. It's actually, I'm hoping my first sale ends up being to IT, to be honest with you. It gives me a reason to go out there and check out some new shit. But honestly, Justin, it's going to be a no-brainer. It's going to be a no-brainer sale for most people. It's a question on who has the cash to do it. That's really it. I mean, if you change your whole organization to LED over fluorescent lighting, you cut your power bill by 75%. It pays that shit all the time. It will pay that out no matter what. No, it's 12. No, off par, off GT par, not over, off. No, I think my best cycle ever was like 3 2-betters and 2 1-betters kind of thing. So I think I was like 8-better was my best. Now now mind you, if I take that 7-better on Lake Powell and shoot that with a cycle, who knows? I could have ended up being a 12-better, but it takes something mythical to get to those numbers that you're saying, Chiz. But I'd say for sure you're making the cut with a 12-better. I guarantee it. We put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Let's beat up on Beatty. To be quite frank, like Baja, starting your qualifier on Baja, I think can be a real mind fucking in and of its own self. Like, let's say par on Baja is 30 when you get to it, right? If you shoot like a 26, like you water 17 once, and you miss something else, right? So you're 2 or 3 off, 3 or 4 off. Dude, you're feeling like, holy fuck, I'm so screwed because everybody's off. Yeah, it's mostly robotic, Brett. But I will say this. I am watching my opponent's shot meter quite a bit. In that regard, I'm concentrating. Okay, so yeah, 12, right? 12 off. It would be the setup that you put in there. I would say that would be a 12 off. So, okay, Justin, now take that and think that you messed up. Pretend like you fucked something up on that Baja. Now you're not relaxing, you're stressing a bit off of it. 1 off, you're like, okay, I'm fine. 2 off, you're thinking, well, fuck, I'm at the bottom of the cut line at best right now. See, I always get more confident when I see the last course is tropical or pine, which it always will be if one of those 2 are in it. But even Monty, people shoot a lot off a par on, and you have a lot of room to make up strokes on it. Na 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 na. And I haven't had a par on Baja at 30 yet since these have switched. Now I've only played maybe 8 games of it, but my par has been below 30 every time. Yeah, and they will. These courses vary a shit ton now. So one of those three is always going to be the last course, so you can kind of eliminate a lot of stress because you know that you're going to have a chance to make up strokes there. And actually, though, Worlds, they change up the order. Last Worlds, Sandhill, which was the third or fourth course, was the final course of qualifier. So it's not going in the order that we think. I forgot about that because I was actually worried about missing the cut. And then Sandhill was last, and I shot a 5 better on Sandhill at Worlds last time. So it was like, I was like, okay, and that definitely jumped me way up. Like I was bubbling on the bubble. A 5 better put me into like 9th, I think. But that was one of those courses that I was super happy that was coming up last because I feel that it came up last, so I was like, sweet, okay, I can come back from this. It's why you got to think. It's why, like, what if after Gossett had the problem on Cat, like he should have had that same mentality. Yeah, we might actually. It was random. I don't know what they're doing this year, but it absolutely was a random order last time. I didn't even think of that. But guys, you're getting too deep here. We don't need to worry about all this. All you gotta do is just play your game. Play your game. Play the game that you're used to playing. It got you there. Hopefully it can take you farther than just that. Wow, I murder thumbed that. Whoops. Yeah, see, like those chips, that is my worst part. That is what separates me from the top tier because I'll miss those sometimes. Haas and Luna never miss them. Oh, sweet, man. Let's see here. Let me make sure. I got one alert, so it might have had multiples on it. I like multiples. I gotta walk in game because baby I can't talk it. Oh, sweating it. Gotcha, Ben. Oh, quick talk. It's not even really, well, it is a raffle, but any donations of $10, every $10 in donations that are made to me are getting a chance, entry into this, and I'll draw Wednesday night. If we have more than 1,000 in donations total before I leave for Worlds, then the winner of the raffle will be getting 10% of my Worlds winnings, 5% of my Calcutta winnings. Then the other side is if it's under 1,000 in donations, then it's going to be 5% of just the World's winnings. So you get a chance. I mean, I basically sell it on a percentage. Oh, fuck yes. I'm in a basement. What? I'm just kidding. Like, oh, in a soon. All right, pins up like this hole here. How are you going to play this at Worlds? Are you going to hit a shot that could go in and give you a chance to drop down to the bottom tier and just fuck your day up? No, I'm going to just smoothie this up top. I don't care if I make this. I care about having a fucking 10-foot putt. Luna, just make a donation. $10. Every $10 of donation gives you an entry into it. So, and you can do that at PayPal or Venmo, or you can just go to gt.live/tip-the-mouth. If you use that, though, it taxes me. So that's Venmo, and that's PayPal. Those are your two choices there. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Michael, get at it, bro. This is the way to make me feel better, dude. My boy, Michael Kaufman. Gotta love him. Gotta go out of the field. All right, bam, copy. Whoops, not that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. There it is. There we go. We're rolling in it. Michael, I gotta think that you just playing invites with me is donation enough. Michael's a hard-headed... Oh, Michael, download her. You got to get Horizon. And you're going to have to get Elder Ring when it comes out, because I think that's going to be what I do most of the time after my back surgery. I might even just wait to start it until the day after my back surgery, because it's a Dark Souls open world game. It's going to be very long, and it's going to be frustrating, so that's good. We're on the back, looking at the roof of the church, preaching, telling the truth, and it hurts. Up in here. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, okay? Since it's still up in the air, we can make a decision. Would you guys want me to pull multiple names? So right now, if it's under 100 entries, is basically what we're assuming, that you're getting 5%. Do you want a drawing for 5%? And then if I get to the 1,000, do another drawing for 5%, and then another drawing for 5% of Calcutta money? That's going to be, I'm going to leave it up to you guys on the stream right now. Just put in there, if you've made a donation, or even if you just want to have your opinion heard, just make a comment in there saying which way. I don't care any which way you look at it. I feel like getting more people involved, I want to have you guys have a rooting interest in me. And I don't really want to pull stuff out of my bankroll to buy for Vegas. So this actually gets me a nice bankroll to go there with. I'm trying to be frugal on this trip, to be quite frank. Since I will be getting that back surgery done a couple weeks after, like I don't want to blow the roof off and not win any money back. I kind of like that too. I do too. And I think it's better to have Jill drawing ping pong balls for 3 people. Right? I don't want her to come down here just to make one drawing ever. Oh, hey, Adam. All right. All right, I like the multiple winners too. Since no one in my house ever gets multiples, I'm sure Jill would back me up on that. We might as well have multiples. All right, I'm getting greedy here. Now, is this necessarily a shot I'd be doing at Worlds? It might be, but this is an ish. This is a tough one. Yeah, I'd play that at Worlds. I would make sure, I would undercut it to be sure that I'm not going up and hitting the wall. Bouncing again, bouncing again. Ah, there's Dylan. Gotcha, Dylan. Oh, Dylan, sorry about that, man. It's all right. So, I'm glad you got your best round, and I'm glad you had your worst one. So it'll be 5. I'll do multiple drawings of the. It can either be 2 drawings where it's 5% and 2.5% of. We're gonna hit the 100, I'm sure. You guys always come out when there's something on the line. Somebody always comes out. But it'll just be 5%, 5%, and then 2.5. No numbers will be pulled. That means that your entries are all going to be there. So it gets drawn and put it right back into the drawing. So the same number could get drawn 3 times. You're not going to lose spots by getting pulled. Sorry, I asked you a question and then left the room. I love when people do that. Wait. Did I use a T? That was weird. It would just be, so it's, okay, so obviously, if we're under 100 donations, 5% just going to be the one drawing. If we get over 100, then we'll go to, it's either going to be 2 drawings, one with 5% of World's winnings and 2.5% of Calcutta, or we'll just do 3 drawings, 5% of World's winnings, 5% of World's winning, 5% of Calcutta winnings. If that makes sense. Calcutta winnings would be the lowest one, but it still gets somebody involved. If that makes sense. And I feel like everybody wants multiples, so. You know what's going to happen, though? We're going to do multiples, and then Alan Schultz's name's going to get drawn twice. Because he did, guys, he did buy 20 entries, so he likes the raffles. He does well at it. I think it's a math game for him. And, hey, if we get to 150, I'll do 5% 3 times. No, I can't do that. No, I can't give away more than 10% of myself. That's pushing it. Forget I said that. I didn't say that. Life is no Nintendo game. I mean, here's what it's either going to be, I'm going to shoot average, I'll get 7th, 8th place, something like that. Or I get super hot and, like, just destroy people. Very true. All right, Josh, we'll see what we can do about that. We're going to try and change it up. So this course will only max out. It will max out at 30. It can only go down then. Like, it can't go higher than 30 if I'm right. And maybe somebody didn't tell me I'm wrong. But I don't think it can get any higher than 30 for par. The same teams. You're the same as me. I need a water. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. That's a key, too. And I guess I still like doing the ping pong balls. All right, this is the low T release. Can we get it right with the wind? I pushed it. Hate that shot. But, Josh, if you're watching, I am not a Mac guy, so that could very well be true. Older, all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure, and I care what people think. Okay, so let's talk about this right now. Heavy Rough says that this ball's going to 167. If that was the case, we'd up this to 177 because the 9-wood is the 9-wood. It goes farther than that. And at 177, you should be able to play it like that. So let's pretend like that's the case. So if I can only hit this 177, I'm going to hit this with release. Yeah, Josh, I'm not sure. I'm not a Mac guy, though, but they make some aftermarket products for iPads that'll even make iPads into multiple screens. So I got to think that somebody's telling you something incorrect there. But if it was at the Apple Store, they're probably right. So now this distance should be right at 177. This with release should be perfect. And that's about what I expected. That's about right. So that's pretty accurate there. The major problem with Heavy Rough is that you get more spin on it than you're supposed to, in my opinion. It should not be backspinning more than regular rough. Care what what you think. There you get turn back time. Alright, this one we got a 5-wood release. Since I'm going to hit it with release, I got to be careful of it going over the tree. No, I don't use bite nearly as much as most players. And I chip with roll quite a bit. Because I'm trying to take the break out of everything. And I use roll on chips more off of bad surfaces. Rarely off of fairway or first cut. But out of rough and sand and heavy rough, yes, I roll a ton of shots like that. But for the most part, I'd agree and say that release is probably my most used. Yeah, I don't think that. I think you might need an Apple product specifically for it. Oh, did I catch that branch? That's fucked up. All right, well, so now we can't get there. What do we do? Now, do I play it past everything? I don't think so. That's bad. Even worse. I fucked up there. This would be a problem in a qualifier. And then it hit a branch. I'm assuming part of it will, unless they're not adding. I bet they're adding money, so I bet that we'll get paid cash. That's not a good game. I would be livid if that happened at Worlds. That would get me pretty bad. Overdose on confidence, started not to give a fuck about all of my consequences. Yeah, that was bad. Bad. In and out of consciousness. Who don't needed that? Leave it at. Things got it like that. I would have to think it is. Because so we're going to have, let's say, well, we're going to have 87 people playing at least, or at most. 87 times $25. Yeah, it better pay cash. It better at least pay that much in cash. I don't care if they have to add something later on. On the rise. Did I do the math wrong there? Because that thing went forever. See? These will kill me. Those short chips are what kills me. They absolutely kill me. Money on my mind. Drake, girl, don't tempt me. We had a couple lapses on holes here. Now, but here's the other part. If I make that chip, I won't lose that match. I'll be on the rest of the game. Missing chips is what's going to gets in my head the worst. At least when I miss them badly, they get me. Jesus. Just probably like that. Chance to the side, they know. Thought I jarred that. Money over everything. Once again, though, this is a course too. That missing one stroke isn't necessarily end your day, and that's one of the problems with the ones now. Yeah, I will say Apple stores haven't had a good luck. Text me the model number of it. I bet I could figure it out quicker than an Apple store person could. Oh my God, I got thumbs gone wild right now. That wasn't very good at all. I thought for sure that was cranking the wall and going over to the other side of the green. All right, pin's on the right. If the pin's on the right, I'm hitting this ball down here every time. I get a 5-wood in, a thumb shot most of the time. Jill just saw my anti-NASCAR edition. Uh-oh, she's not pleased with me. Get ready for somebody to come downstairs and hit me in the side of the head. It's happening. Guys, she hits me a lot. She's very abusive. In fact, you guys might need to call somebody if she comes down here now. Are there any Apple people here in the room? I can't imagine that any laptop doesn't give you the ability to have multiple monitors on it. I wonder if you need a straight Mac version, if it only will work with an Apple, like a legit Apple product. Sharp right now. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I can do some searching. I'm not a Mac guy, like I said, but it's figuring technical shit out is just being good at Google, really. I mean, I gotta say, I think Richard King might be the best Googler I've ever seen. We all think he's like really smart and knows everything. No, he just learns it because he's really good at Google. Yeah, is he here? Is he here? All right, so are we going to carry this one long enough? That's a questionable here. We're really at a questionable spot. I think I can. Let's see if we can. That's going to drop it down to 305. Let's go. Fine. I gotcha. Ah. Wait a minute, Jill must be tuned in now if she saw that. Oh, shit. I got my headphones on, so I can't tell if she's trying to be sneaky and coming down here to beat on me. Very weak. God, this hole is tougher now. Ah, got over. Good. Oh, I think it's tougher because I'm playing the 8.5 driver. Boom, 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 boom. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? That's what I get for being cute and trying to make it. I should have stuck the green. That's something too. When you're playing match play, if you have a shot that, yeah, you can make it, it's pretty good to make, but it requires you to hit it perfect when you can have an easy shot for eagle or for birdie without holding it out with no risk to it. Take the sure thing. Like that shot there. I could have easily just stuck the fat of the green. Instead, I tried to get cute and play a little cut to the side and make it. No, Luda, no, you don't pay per round ever. So I can play contest, or you have games you can swipe in without playing invitationals. So I can play anything I want on here. And you don't lose balls or tees. So I could play just for prize, not for prizes, like a contest game. Here, let me do this. Yeah, can we get married at the mall? So here, I've got these game modes. As long as I choose online, all of that will have a check-in for it. If I go online golf, I can play any of these three on any course, and they'll be swiped in. I can use all my equipment. Events mode and invites are the only thing you're paying for on here. But yeah, you do have it. You are able to play with your account on games offline. But they're still online, but they're not for any prizes, if that makes sense. And you're not paying to do that. Now, if you want to play like a par 3 course, like one of the Freaky Fridays or a par 3 course, the only way to do that is offline or via invite. So, like, you can't play this with your clubs unless it's an invite. If that makes sense. It doesn't make sense how I'm saying it, I don't think. I agree. Me into my zone. Gotta get that 3-iron, man. That wind does not move that 3-iron hardly at all. To kill it. Got that feeling. Alright, we're gonna see how high we can get these thumbs up to. That was 92, and I felt like I snapped that. My thumb slid off of it a bit, though. No matter what. That was risky, but that should have dropped. Fuck. Go up. Yeah, they stay there. A par 3 bag. What do you mean, Corey? You mean for offline? No, I won't top now. Yak. Gotta loot a yak. Yeah, I don't feel it. It's a necessity. I really wouldn't see that. I mean, stock is perfect. I mean, mine's a good mix, but it's just like stock, to be honest with you, except I drop. What do I drop? What is stock? What do I do differently on... Oh, I drop a 2-iron in favor of a 7-wood. But I honestly, they don't want people playing casual. That's the thing. You want to have something more you get. That's it. Players that play casual play like, I mean, their numbers are crazy on how much less they play. So why would they make more stuff for those people to use? Alright, I tried to make that one and it was stupid again. Why am I dumb today? Just use a T. Fuck. Ah, I just lost this game. That's a DNF. See you later, holes. Ah, See, the thumbs aren't cooking today. Not cooking at all. Let's go back and try to get this fucking event. Let's get this 40 up on event. It's almost getting time for dinner here, so we gotta get a 40 up on events before we go. Getting boiled, cracked, getting sold. Now I gotta change my bag because somehow changing your clubs makes it go to that being your default. I still don't understand how in the world anyone thinks that should be the function of it. It drives me nuts. Like, why would I, if I lock it in as my default bag is this set, but I change clubs one time and it changes it as my default? No, stupid. Al Dave's doing best, just win, baby, win. Hi, John. How you doing, big guy? Gosh, watching the Super Bowl, if you don't think that Colin Kaepernick was good enough to have a starting job in the NFL, you are out of your goddamn mind. He was electric. He was one of the hardest players to stop in the NFL for those years. Ah, it's great, right? It's incredible, but it's just got some bugs to it. And I'm a little pissed off that it does not have a New Game Plus, because now I'm like, it's not really worth playing after I beat it until New Game Plus comes out. Well, it looks like we're going to be DNFing pretty early, unless this thing cuts and gets on. Yeah, I've had a bunch of issues like missions get absolutely stuck. I have to quit. I have to quit and restart to get back in. Yeah, bro, we are looking very good, I must say. I gotta see what moves we make. Dude, this kid is... I'm watching this on NFL Network. It's the Super Bowl rematch. It's a replay of the Super Bowl that the lights went out. And Kaepernick was fantastic in this. And he has a laser beam, too. My God. Okay, that sucks. The other one, there's a cool glitch that you can jump from any height, and as long as you land on a car. I mean, if you guys watched that, that certainly looked like I went right through that tree. But it never hits when you hit that shot. I don't think I've ever hit the branches going around the outside. Alright, we gotta hit this solid. Oof. Yeah, true, but he could run too, so... And it really wasn't that... He still completed around 60%. That's... With his other skill sets involved in that, I take him with 60% completions. But he wasn't bad enough. He wasn't bad enough that he should not ever. He should have been out of the NFL. God, I just remember I was in Vegas for John Turturro's wedding, and we watched my Bears just get demolished by you guys. Like, and we all saw it. I don't know, how old is he now? What is he? How old is Colin Kaepernick? Could he still be in the NFL? $34 years old. So now you could say he probably couldn't be in the NFL right now at 34. His legs would have had to have deteriorated a little bit. And he hasn't had the last however many years to work on his touch, unless he did. Yeah, he's 34. The Google machine told me. November 3rd, November 3rd of 87. I'm addicted to smack like I'm Kim Mathers. 256. I think the 6 clears, though, so I think we're good. Oh, yeah, clears no problem. Comes off till the lights give out. Landed about. Can't shut my mouth. Now, if he was in the NFL this whole time, even as a backup, he should have gained some stuff with touch. Honestly, I just watched him thinking, every game I watched of his, I thought he was fantastic. Scary to face. All right, let's not blow this. Let's get this one done. Let's get out of events mode. Yeah, true. But Alex Smith would have won a Super Bowl with Kansas City if they didn't trade him and get Mahomes. I'm fairly convinced he would have too. This isn't fair. Venereal disease, like a menstrual you bleed. Live shit down, got time. Almighty dollar and the almighty chopper of the chopper. All right, here we go. Okay, so this putt's a turbo putt, actually. It's kind of goofy. I'm ill. All right, pins in the top. This is a bad setup because you have to undercut it. But you have to cut it enough to get it out, so you can play it around. Now I'm happy with that shot. He's a motherfucking problem. Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin? This is the worst setup I could get on this hole, too. What are they trying to do? They're trying to not let me get this. She changed her name to my bitch. Ah, there we go, saving it. Short chip goes in, we're shooting clean. Edge with no ass, you ain't got shit. I'm okay, but my watch sick. Yay! God, I hate that hole. I just don't like the lines that I have with it. My sight lines make that hole a lot harder than it is. I am. Do them all. Yeah, I did everything. I was gonna try to platinum it, but I can't. I have 2 quests that just are stuck. I can't get past it, so I'm waiting for patches to fix a lot of things. One of the delivery quests for, I forget the name of it, but one of the delivery quests that's tons of steps, like, I got to a part where I've turned it in and it just won't, it doesn't progress. That one, and there's one where you go search for dog tags. I finished the quest, but it doesn't let me finish the quest. It's kind of fucked up. What you can do about it? All right, can we not miss the putt on 18 this time? Hey, there we go. We're done with events. We're not touching that again. That should be the win, I'm hoping. I can't believe Kurt Volrath was sitting back there letting me have the lead by like 1,000 shot points, but now I got a stroke on him now, so that's good. Let's play a couple more invites. We'll cut this thing off in about maybe 5:15-ish my time. I'm feeling good, though. My body doesn't hurt too bad today. All right, what do we got? Let's go. Viewer's choice for the last couple invites. Yeah, be on the block with the thing caught. I don't know. I didn't realize it was a Chicago thing. All right, we're gonna play this one. I gotta get a hidden temple game in that I don't fucking shit the bed really bad. All right, we're going better than par. The street say, "Geez, Rada." Oh, thanks, Luke. We'll see you later. We're gonna try our best. The game don't stop trying to take it to the top, boy. Your ass get pop on her. I say all day quite a bit, too. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. We're going better than par. We set it ahead of time. Knee deep in the cave. Alright, so reminder to tell Kevin for the art team to look at stuff like Juniper and see if they can fix the surfaces being incorrect. That I'll agree with Damien on. The surfaces are not correct based off what you're looking at sometimes, but based off the thing that it tells you there, they're correct. That looks in. Oh. Crosby on you. That was ball outrageous. That's kind of funny, Corey. Alright, so do we have the shot there? No. So it's this. And guys, this shot is so repeatable. As long as you just do it right, you can't really miss it. Now, that tree is right in the middle of the spot today, so I just want to be offset of it. We're going to go here. We're going to low tee the 10.5. Put enough cut to miss the pillar in front of me, and then just hit it. You cannot hit it too hard to fly the green on a fly, so as long as you cut it right, you can actually have a chance at going at the hole and making that shot. You're only looking at one thing there, too. We're going to be more careful on this hole, especially at Worlds. Sitting on a drop now. I know I don't normally miss it, but that was the third or fourth time I've had it happen quite a bit. Hi, Gino. Gino, we talked about you today. Somebody said, is his stupid voice going to be on the mic all the time at Worlds? And I said, no, we got a better stupid voice in Gino, the alpha. I got a feeling it's going to be you and Adam most of the time, and Kevin will be having his hand on his Johnson off to the side. Dreaming about the yesteryears of him when he's like, if this is based off a money shot, I would have been a world champion qualifier. Now you may ask why I did that instead of thumbing the 5-iron, because I've had the 5-iron hit the bottom of the inside of that and it shoots straight down in the water. Yeah. Did I just block? Okay, there's a bush that should have been there, but that isn't. Gino, question for you. No FMK today, but how hard was it for you to give up on the actual competition part of it and play at Worlds as it to now just commentate? Because I've literally already told Adam that I'm going to strong arm him into a job if my back surgery doesn't go as well as is expected and I'm not able to play very well anymore. That's a horrible effort. I hit a very bad shot there. Okay, but that's a gimme chush. Can't miss that. And if you notice this, guys, when you're looking on the up camera, how many times I'm actually hitting it, it's because I'm making sure to hit the ball super soft, and I want to have it soft because I want it to be able to translate over to a different machine. I actually enjoy Kevin's commentary. All right, now this is a test to see. I think the 5-wood clears this, no problem. Oh, absolutely does. There's no risk with the 5-wood there. Good. Good. Did he give Kevin... Kevin has to be with Chad on for mobile, right? They were like, Kevin, you get all the mobile, buddy. You get to commentate on Jordan's win. Made it through the darkest part of the night. You know, one of the biggest things I took about that hype video is that Golden Tee needs new machines, and they need these PGAs out there better, more than we ever known. When we looked at the videos of it, the machines look ugly. They don't look good. They're old. They need new ones. That was my biggest thing from the hype video. Born for us, born for this. Ugh. Wow. Okay, so this is unique. I've never had a shot like this. I've never hit a 9-wood in. And I don't think it's a problem. I actually like that. That was a really easy setup. I think one thing this stream will need this coming year after Worlds is I'm gonna have to pay to get Haas out here because I want you guys to see and hear how much different. Oh, it's gonna be mixed up, Jordan. But I want you guys to see firsthand how much different that man is than us. It's different. He's different. But that's going to do it for today. Before Gino can FMK me, I'm going to have that be the end of the day. We just got a good one in. We finally got a good game in. We're going to call it quits. We got the qualifier. We got events mode done. We got that done. So probably go live again tonight, maybe around midnight, just as the thing rolls over. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to feel like doing it twice today. We'll see how my body feels when I sit down for a little bit. But thank you guys for coming in. Just keep those donations rolling. I want to give away 10%. And we're gonna, after talking through it, we're definitely going to do multiple drawings. Whether it's 2 or 3, we'll decide at the end. But if we hit 1,000 in total donations, yeah, we'll do 2 at least. 5%. But I love you guys. We'll see you guys later in the week. Whether it's tonight or tomorrow, we'll figure it out. Word of mouth is out. Thanks for the Sunday edition.